Hello and welcome to episode 996 of the Player One podcast for December 30th, 2025, the final episode of 2025 the next day. It's happening. I'm your host, Greg Stewart. With me, as always, from the great state of Washington is Mr. Chris Johnston.
Hello, Greg.
Hello, Chris.
Sup?
CJ, as the kids call you.
That is what kids call me these days, yeah.
Did you have a good Christmas?
I did, yeah.
Yeah?
It's nice, quiet. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Got everything you wanted?
All the things.
All the things.
I didn't get world peace.
No?
Didn't get empathy or tolerance worldwide,
Well, you've never had any of that, so.
Well, I've never had any. I wanted it for everybody else.
Oh, I see.
I think you're asking Santa to do a whole lot there.
Do a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah. Don't worry. We have elected officials that can do all that. And from just down the street, also in the great state of Washington, is Mr. Phil Theobald.
That's me.
Hello, Phil Theobald. How was your Christmas?
Just dandy.
Did you get lots of Skywarp?
Like sugar candy. No, I have all the Skywarps already.
Yeah, that's fair. Do you think you're difficult to buy for? Because I'm saying, because you tend to buy the things you want.
I do. Yeah. But
isn't that a thing when you get older? That's the natural state of things, right?
I wouldn't say that, but
absolutely. No? But you know what I did get? I got this lovely crocheted.
That is a nice sweater.
That's pretty great.
That my beautiful wife crocheted for me.
Which is, again, we have to call out, is not knitting.
No, absolutely not.
And
no,
don't ever tell someone who crochets that they're knitting.
This is crocheted.
They are two different things.
Has big chunky wooden buttons on here that make
that's satisfying.
Delightful clickety clack sound. Oh my god, I love this. It is the best. It is warm, like you wouldn't believe. It is cozy and comfy. You know what this is made of?
What's that?
Alpaca?
Not just alpaca, my friend.
Oh,
baby alpaca.
Yeah, well, I mean,
you know how many baby alpacas they killed to make this thing?
If it was less than 20, it wasn't worth it.
It makes it all the more snuggly.
I guess so.
No, they don't. You know, they shear the baby alpacas, but but it's made of.
They dye it green.
So wait, what is it made of?
Nope. Baby alpaca wool.
That's cool. I was right?
Yes.
I was joking.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, you probably were joking, but
I was.
Your
There's
jest
no probably about it
is now science fact.
Wow.
What it is. It's baby alpaca
wool
that they they track down the green ones.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And then they shear
one in every 10. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they do some yarn manufacturing like you do, and then bing bang boom.
Sure.
I got a warm snuggly thingamadoo.
Well, it is a nice thingamadoo.
Look at this. Oh, here. This. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
This is going to be the Milky Way galaxy.
Nice.
Ooh.
But made out of some Danish bricks. Look at that. I've already begun.
Lego brand?
Yes, only the finest.
Just to clarify there.
Yes.
Only the finest interlocking brick systems in the Theobald
Lego
household.
brand building blocks.
In case people are not watching the video version, you have probably about 1/5 of that.
Well, I'd say that is just about 1/5.
Yeah. I could count the little individual panels.
They're about.
Yes.
Thereabouts.
It is made up of multiple 16 by 16 panels.
Nice.
And I have.
Where's that going to go when finished?
Straight in the trash.
Yep. Bend over, he'll show you.
Once you put together a Lego set, you got to toss them out because you've done what you're supposed to do with them.
They're not functional after that.
That's right.
Yeah. It's use once. I mean, you can put them in the recycle bin, I'm sure, but I don't.
Probably could.
No, I mean, why?
So much more hassle.
Yeah.
No, this is going to go on a wall. We're going to hang this
hang
up.
over his bed.
This is art
on the ceiling,
my friend.
Yes, it looks like art.
Is greebly little art. Greg, you would hate this. We've had this.
You know what? It's beautiful, and as I'm looking at it, I'm like, I couldn't build that.
It is all tiny little like 1x1 pieces. You would.
That is.
I'd be frustrated.
That is not okay.
Well.
No.
Yeah.
I'm going to set that back here on the table.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. We go. Now that Phil's Milky Way is safely on the table.
And I put my Lego set down too.
And he's nice and comfy, cozy in his baby alpaca crocheted sweater.
Yep.
So this is the final episode of the year, and we are going to do our top fives.
Oh my gosh,
for 2025. Normally we do this in the first episode of the new year, but we're doing it now because why not? We're all here. Not? Why not do it?
There's nothing happening.
Did we discuss this before?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty sure we did.
I don't think so, because that seems like something I would have prepped for.
You know, it's good to know that you didn't prep because I'm calling on you first. So,
oh my golly, oh sweet Christmas, oh.
So if you've been around listening to these shows for the past 20 years, has it been 20 years?
Almost 20. It's been 19.
Lord.
About to be 20.
When does it hit 20?
Next October.
Next October.
Yeah.
It's a lot of years.
There it is.
We each do our individual top fives of the year, and we have a few other notable awards that we like to, I wouldn't call them all awards, but the different things we like to talk about. So anyway, We're going to start this off. We're going to start off with hopefully a positive thing. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know what the other two guys are going to be doing. No, we don't. Clearly Phil didn't even know we were doing this, but we don't have production meetings to go over what we're going to talk about here. We're going to start with what we considered the biggest surprise, game related, of 2025. I would say maybe the happiest surprise of 2025 would be better, but I don't know if we're all positive on this. But Phil, you're going to go first.
Well, let me tell you, Greg, I've done a lot of considering, a lot of thinking about what happened during the course of this many year.
The last 365.
Exactly. The very same.
Yeah.
My biggest surprise this year is that Nintendo announced that the Virtual Boy is coming to Nintendo Switch Online.
That's a good one. Yes.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I did not expect that to ever happen.
I mean, it feels like, and I mean, I haven't played say all the Smash Brothers as an example, because Smash Brothers, it's all about sort of those little references and the trophies and things like that. I feel like Nintendo's done a really good job of distancing itself from the Virtual Boy for 30 years now.
Yeah.
So I was shocked about that too.
And then to not just say, we're going to make some of these games available to play again on our modern system, but here's an extravagant add-on device,
right? Which we've all pre-ordered.
That we have all pre-ordered. That you can use to house your Switch in to play them in more accurate 3 dimensions,
as they were meant to be played.
Precisely.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, yes. I mean, Virtual Boy games were meant to be played in 3D.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't even think you can play them without the
I wouldn't
accessory.
I wouldn't imagine.
Oh, when you're playing them on the NSO?
I think you have to have the accessory.
Or the cardboard accessory.
Or the cardboard thing. Yeah.
But I don't know. It'd be interesting if they'll let you play them in 2D, because I mean, the only real way to do that, I think, would be to just reduce it to one of the two views, which would look weird.
One of the two views,
I would think.
Certainly some of the games might be a little challenging to figure out.
I don't know. That's interesting. I never thought about that, but I guess we'll see.
I can't imagine that they're going to force you to purchase an accessory in order to play these games.
I guess that would be kind of weird.
I mean,
if they did that. Yeah.
I wonder if I'm trying to remember how the VR headset worked for the Switch. There were mirrors involved in that, were there not?
Wait, for the
the cardboard thing. They're the cardboard series
the
of cardboard
Labo.
things. There was a headset that was one of those.
Oh, do you mean the
Labo things?
The Labo thing, yeah.
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 I can't remember if there were mirrors involved.
No, I believe that was just a,
just a separator, basically.
You slip your thing in, and then it just kind of blocks. There's a
so they might even just, I don't know, put out instructions to make something like that yourself. Who knows?
Maybe, but it seems easier to just eliminate one of the viewpoints, so you're just seeing one of the screens. But you're looking at the same screen, just slightly, offset a bit,
left or right.
Yeah.
Well, that was a pretty good one. Phil. I liked that.
It was a big surprise. Is my point.
That's great.
That's a good one. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're off to a positive start. CJ, what do you got?
Yes. Well, my biggest surprise of the year is that a company from Japan called Nintendo Company Limited.
I could have sworn this was going to turn into a humanity ad or Luminez ad.
I really expected the word enhanced to be in there somewhere.
Yeah.
No. The Virtual Boy for Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh my gosh.
Man, CJ's been copying someone's homework.
No, it's been in the document for like a week.
Oh, I haven't even looked at the document. You guys put your picks in the document?
No, not in the outline, in my notes document that I put all of my picks in.
Okay.
Let's see. Virtual Boy for Switch. Yeah, that I mean, what could have been more surprising than that? Like, that was a big one. The other thing I love about it is it was announced during a Nintendo Direct, and there are some videos on the internet of reactions to the announcement. And
right, because that's how all the Directs are now.
The fact that it didn't leak beforehand made it all the more delicious to watch people's unbridled, unedited response to the fact that Virtual Boy is coming to NSO. I love that. Especially, there's a video of the Giant Bomb hosts, and all have this expression of wonderment on their face. It's great. Anyway, I love that, and that there's nothing else that came close to that for a biggest surprise for me.
Nice. Yep. Yeah. I see that. That's pretty good. For me, I had trouble picking one here, but I have to kind of go with the fact that GameSec and the My Life in Gaming guys released their EGM documentary this year.
That's a good one.
Because that had been in limbo for years.
Oh, yeah.
Because anyone who watched that documentary would realize, Martin Alessi's interviewed in it, and Martin has not been with us for quite a while now.
Right.
So yeah, it was like pre-COVID that those interviews were done. So that's been sitting around for like six years or so, and not able to be completed for various reasons. But yeah, then all of a sudden it was like, hey, we're doing this, we're getting it out there. And it was just kind of part and parcel with, the EGM compendium, which was not a surprise, obviously, but it's just been kind of nice to see that magazine, a place that obviously I think all three of us hold pretty dear, getting the recognition it deserves for its place in the history of the industry. So, you know, it was nice. It was really nice.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. And again, it was one of those things that I had heard that they had been working on, and I'd heard some of the stories about why it was in limbo, and I kind of accepted that I was just never going to get to see any of that stuff, and it bummed me out. And there you go. Started filming in 2018. They talked about today on today's DF Retro. So yeah, super happy that happened, and really surprised that it was happening, because it was pretty much dead in the water the last I'd heard. So
nice.
That was my biggest surprise.
Very nice.
Speaking of nice video game documentaries, did either of you catch the NES history one? That
I haven't watched it yet, but I really want to.
Yeah, the Video Game History Foundation just put out
the Sega Channel ROM dump from the Video Game History Foundation was on my short list of surprises as well, because that was a massive surprise.
That was a fantastic documentary. The NES one is also really great.
I'm really curious, because I saw that they advertised that, and I was like, wow, that's interesting, because like with Sega Channel, it was, you kind of expected it to be sort of something groundbreaking, because there's not a lot of information on Sega Channel out there, and a lot of it was considered lost media, right?
Yeah.
So that was big. But yeah, seeing the sort of history of NES, the history of NES has been told so many times now and so thoroughly. I'm really curious to see what this video uncovers, or what.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing like it's certainly not as holy crap, I can't believe they dug up all this information like with the Sega Channel one, but it is just obviously considerably better researched than a lot of the NES stuff that has been put out before. And yeah, there's, they've talked to, the people who actually worked on the system when it was coming out over here and stuff like that. So it's a really great watch, even though, like you said, Greg, the topic of the history of the NES might seem to be kind of well covered territory, but Frank and everyone else who worked on it did such they did a really good job with it. And there's definitely stuff in there that's worth watching it for.
I'm glad that they're doing that.
Yeah,
because I mean, so much of YouTube documentaries is just some guy who likes the Genesis talking over some game footage. I mean, what?
Hey, I mean, that and stuff like that. That's like the lowest hanging fruit type of thing.
Absolute lowest.
Yeah. No.
I'm kidding. Joke. Greg,
I actually watch that stuff though.
I know you do.
I do too.
Not like CJ, who
I do too.
Says he watches it and then never actually does.
I love you, Greg.
We've only started the show. We're not even in the second category yet.
Are we at that part yet?
We're close.
Also cheap. Okay, good.
I guess I'm getting payback for all the digs at Enhanced last week. So,
oh my gosh.
All right, moving on. Speaking of disappointing, like CJ just did.
Oh, wow.
We're moving on to a little bit of a more negative category here, which is our biggest disappointment of 2025. Again, gaming related. The whole world's on fire. Everything sucks. We all know that. Let's keep this gaming related in some form. Phil, start with you, baby.
Game.
That was your biggest disappointment with the Snoopy game?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a good game.
Snoopy game.
Snoopy and the Great Mystery Club.
Feels like it would have been expected, though.
I mean, but it was. There was when I first saw the announcement that this was coming, it was for about a second and a half, I was the happiest I had ever been. Oh wow, a new Peanuts game!
And then you remembered all the other Peanuts games.
Well, then I just saw that it was Game Mill.
Oh, right.
That's the real kick in the pants.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was, and I, like I said, I knew I was going to play it. I knew I was going to force my way through it.
Then you didn't even get the platinum.
Then I didn't even get the platinum because it freaking got buggy on me right at the end.
Womp womp
of that slow as hell, drawn out fetch quest garbage. Just
sure it wasn't made by Rare.
No,
using a tried and true template.
That's how bad it is. It wasn't even up to the rare standards of fetch quest.
Damn, son.
Yeah, it was very disappointing for me personally.
That's fine. Yes. That's what this is. It's what was disappointing.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't apologize. CJ, what about you?
What? What
disappointed you this year?
Disappointment is Mario Kart World. And
really?
My goodness.
Here's the thing about Mario Kart World.
Wow. Okay.
Have you played this Snoopy game?
Here's the thing about Mario Kart World, that the game itself I'm not disappointed in. I think the game as a base itself is fine. It's a good game. I didn't play a whole lot after that first month, but I enjoyed it for what it offered. My disappointment is the follow-through.
Okay.
Or rather the lack of follow-through from Nintendo. They have this game, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, maybe you've heard of it, that has just a ton of content. That was
well-supported for years and years?
Well-supported, had cameos from other Nintendo franchises, and tracks from other Nintendo franchises and just great stuff. And none of that happened in Mario Kart World, or seems to even be happening for Mario Kart World. It's like they forgot everything they did with Mario Kart 8 for World. They're like, yeah, we don't even need to try and top this game. Let's just do another Mario Kart and call it a day. Done. It's
the ultimate irony is going to be that CJ's probably got Mario Kart World in his top 5.
I can neither confirm nor deny that. But
no, I don't disagree with anything you're saying.
The other thing, though, too, is just the online play. Being forced to do the circuit races, which are point A to point B, and no like lap races. And then, they've done like cool events in Splatoon, like the Splatfests and things. Like they do cool events in online games, and Mario Kart World has none of that. Then you look at a game like Kirby Air Riders, where they have like an online lobby system where all your friends can join in and like vote on what you do, and like you can customize everything. And that just it's like, why isn't that part of Mario Kart?
Yeah, I agree.
And so just the disappointing follow through on Mario Kart World. I think it's a good game. It's a good Switch 2 launch game. I think it's a fun video game, and I'm just disappointed that they're not doing anything more with it. Although, who knows? Animal Crossing is getting a Switch 2 update with like a bunch of content in January. So maybe we'll have to wait like 3 years, and then Mario Kart World will get a huge content update.
On the Switch 3?
On the Switch 3.
To be fair, Mario Kart 8 waited until the next generation of consoles before it started getting updates as well.
Yeah. Bill Mudron in the chat, how was there no Bonanza skin DLC for DK and Pauline? Yeah, DK and Pauline, Donkey Kong and Pauline are in Mario Kart World. There's no DK Bonanza skins or outfits for them. Like, it does not make any sense. Like, why they wouldn't at least do that? They didn't.
Okay, well, I have to say I did not have you bringing up Mario Kart World as your biggest disappointment on my bingo card for tonight. Not that I disagree with anything you said.
We were supposed to prep bingo cards for this too?
I just didn't expect that to come from you. But I'm glad that it did, because that was my biggest disappointment as well. To
be clear, my disappointment is not with Mario Kart World, the video game. It is only with the lack of any later support or content.
To be clear, my disappointment is with Mario Kart World, the video game, but
okay.
And I kind of expanded that out to I kind of went with Nintendo first party in general, although there were only a couple of Nintendo first party games I was excited about this year, but I was really excited about them, Mario Kart World being one. In fact, I think I named it as my most anticipated game in the last awards show we did. And I went back and looked at my document for the 2024 awards show, and Metroid Prime 4 was on my short list as well. Those were the two games that I was most looking forward to from Nintendo for the Switch 2. And while I did play through Mario Kart World, I voiced at the time, I don't think the open world added anything positive to that game. And in fact, I think it had a negative effect on that game, in that, kind of getting to what you said, CJ, is that they relied way too much on the A to B circuit racing, even in the single player campaign, and didn't create, because of that, it didn't create memorable courses.
Yeah.
Where Mario Kart 8 was filled with memorable courses, except the only time that they weren't was basically when they started repurposing the content from the mobile game in Mario Kart 8. And that was a game that was on my regular play rotation for years. From when it was released on the Wii U right up until the Switch 2 came out, I was playing Mario Kart 8 pretty regularly. And Mario Kart World, I got through, and I have not picked it up since.
Yeah.
And maybe DLC would have helped with that.
They have made updates to it, but none in terms of content.
Yeah, the problems that I have with the game are fundamental, right? I mean, it would be changing the game, which they're not going to do. So, and then further to that, yeah, I mean, Mario or Metroid Prime 4's launch was just a wet thud. I mean, I bounced off that game so fast, so it was disappointing. So yeah, that was me as well. But I'm really glad that you brought up Mario Kart before I did, so it's not just me.
Nope.
Okay, let's get away from the negative. Let's go back to the positive. Before we get into our top 5, obviously we're old. We play whatever we want now. We're not necessarily always playing the hot new releases for various reasons.
I ever played the hot new releases.
Phil never plays the hot new releases.
It's true.
Occasionally, so because of that, we do.
We tend to play a fair amount of games each year that don't actually come out, that haven't actually been released that year. But we want to make sure that we at least acknowledge at least one of the games that we played over this past year, 2025, that was not released in 2025. And we're going to start with Phil. What was the favorite thing you played this year that was not released in 2025?
I'm going to cheat slightly.
I'm going to cheat also, so go ahead. Cheat before I cheat.
Okay. My cheating game is that I played through Kirby and the Forgotten Land this year. Specifically, I played through the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. But it's the same game that came originally out released in 2022.
Yeah.
So that counts. I'm playing a modern day re-release of a 3-year-old game.
Sure.
So I think that's totally fair.
I'm counting it. It's a great game. It's a ton of fun. I do enjoy a good Kirby game. And Forgotten Land is a good Kirby game. So I still have not gone back and played any of the new
new content
or Star-Crossed World stuff. Yes. That is the new bits that they added. That's not actually fair. I did play one stage of the Star-Crossed World stuff just to see what that was like. But I've not gone back in earnest to play it. So yeah, I just mostly I played all through the Forgotten Land stuff, which was really good, really fun.
It's like a great game
is.
Yeah.
So that's
all right.
That's my.
That's not cheating at all. That's a totally legit answer.
Okay, fair enough.
Now, let's see what CJ has to say.
Yeah, I want to see.
My cheating answer is Yakuza 0 Director's Cut.
No, that doesn't count.
Which I purchased
that
played
that doesn't count.
A little of.
No.
Before.
Stop listening to Phil. Just keep going.
Yeah, just keep going.
Actually, wait, no, I didn't purchase it. Wait, did I?
Oh my
I don't remember.
Jesus.
Get out your receipts. Here we go.
Too many Yakuza games.
It's almost tax season anyway. You got to have all those receipts nearby.
What I had purchased and what I had not. I thought I had purchased Yakuza Kiwami on PS4. It turns out I didn't. I downloaded the free PS Plus version.
Like a moocher.
Like a mooch.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. I have not been a Yakuza fan for long, even though I would try on occasion to get into it with like Kiwami when that was free. But I really enjoyed Yakuza 0 Director's Cut coming off of, the later Yakuza games. And going back to that. And of course I set the difficulty on super easy and
why not?
Just played through it that way. But it's just an enjoyable time. It's fun to control both characters, Kiryu and Majima, in the story of Yakuza 0, and roll through both Soten Bori and Kamurocho, and I just really enjoyed the game. I finished it. I didn't do a lot of the side quests. I probably should go back and do more of that, but
that's like 2/3 of the fun. Is all the wacky
yeah, sometimes. Yeah, sometimes.
I mean, come on, give me this sometimes.
I had other games I wanted to play, so it just
yeah. I'll tell you what. This past week, that's about all I've been playing.
Yakuza 0 Director's Cut.
Yup.
Nice.
I've been.
Of course, the director's cut part of it, I had to look up what scenes were added, and it's pretty disappointing when you you figure out what they added, and it makes no sense why they added it back. But okay, like these scenes were cut for a reason. Like, why even
were they scenes that were actually cut,
or did they just make them
so
post game?
Well, I mean, I don't know because it involves characters.
It seems like a waste of time to program a bunch of stuff in the game and then remove it.
Mm-hmm, I'll just go ahead and spoil it.
Oh my gosh!
The scenes that were added,
Yakuza 0 spoiler cast,
involve characters that die during the game, but then they are revealed to not be dead in the footage.
Oh,
that's added back. It's just like, why did you do that? Like, there was no reason.
Yeah. To bring them back to life, apparently.
So did
no
Marvel
story
write
reason.
This, or
what?
Is it like a Marvel universe game, or what's happening?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, Yakuza 0 director's cut.
Okay.
For me, it was Arzette, the Jewel of Faramore.
Oh.
Yeah. Which is only, I think, about a year old, or maybe two.
CDI game.
The fake CDI game, which I immediately was interested in never playing, because I don't love sort of. I'm kind of sick of the ironic, like, hey, look at this shitty thing. Let's all laugh at it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm over it. It was funny back when Capcom did it the first time with the Mega Man 1 cover version of Mega Man. And that sort of thing happening. But I'm over it.
Real.
Yeah, that's it. No, I don't find it as funny as I think a lot of people do. So, never even a thought of playing this game. But then I started hearing everybody talking about how much they enjoyed it. And it was at a part of the year, it was early on in the year where I didn't really have anything on my backlog, and I think it was on sale, so I was like, man, what the hell, I'm gonna give this a shot. And it didn't hurt that that some of the DF Retro, or some of the sort of Digital Foundry guys did voices in it, and actually I think one of them actually wrote some of it, and then the My Life in Gaming guys are voices in there as well. So some of my favorite YouTubers are involved in this. So I tried it out, and man, it doesn't feel like it's poking fun at the old Zelda CDI games. It actually feels more like a love letter to that stuff. I mean, it's got all the warts that, unfortunately, wart's not in it, but it's got all the warts that those games had. It's like it's poorly, like these cutscenes are poorly animated. As I just mentioned, the most of the cast is not professional voice actors, and it does that thing that one of those CDI Zeldas is so famous for, where the cutscenes are over a static backdrop, so all the camera movements look insanely weird because the characters, like the camera's zooming and spinning around characters, but the backdrop is staying completely static. It does all that, and even when you get out into the actual game world, like it's got sort of that weird pseudo photorealistic backdrop situation going on that so many CDI and 3DO games had happening, and like there's no shadows under the characters, so sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to figure out what platforms you can jump to and little things like that. But underneath all that, there's actually a very playable game, one that I enjoyed so much that I played right through to the end, and then I went back and sort of picked up all the other bits and pieces that I missed on my first playthrough. I really enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, again, I don't go in for that stuff normally, but it really felt like somebody who recognized the good in those games and wanted to recreate that, and I'm down for it. I enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, nice. that was my fave game released before 2025. So with that, it's time to get into the main event here, which is our personal top 5 games of 2025. Now, we didn't discuss this, so we're going to have a quick production meeting. Who's announcing each number? Is it the devil?
I don't know.
I can do it.
And who's announcing each number for our Spanish listeners?
I can do it.
You're going to do both?
I could do one or the other.
You're going to do the Spanish. You do the Spanish.
I'll do the Spanish.
We'll bring Satan in for the booming.
Okay. CJ.
There you go. Yeah.
Muy bien.
All right. So with that, let's get started. What number are we doing first?
Number 6.
Nope. Try again.
The sign of the devil. Now rise. The power of hell envelops this earth at the end of the year, and the earth and all upon its surface will be born anew in flames.
I feel like I kind of asked for that.
Yeah. Number 5.
Numero 5.
Took a good long think about what 5 in Spanish is.
It's less sexy than creepy, but anyway, okay. Phil.
Yes, sir.
What was the 5th game in your top 5 of 2025?
My number 5 game this year is South of Midnight.
Really?
Yes, indeed. I really enjoyed playing South of Midnight. It was a very pleasant surprise. I think the only thing I played on the Xbox this year. But I mean, there you go. No, I really enjoyed the game. I loved the characters. I loved the settings. I loved the look, the style of the game. I absolutely adored its use of music in the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some fantastic emotions out of a lot of those levels, tying in with the fully lyric and songs playing throughout the game, and just a really rad style to it. And it's coming out next year on what, the Switch and PS5.
Yes.
So,
and highly recommend.
And so
I think it's like in January.
No,
or what was I reading? Something I was looking at.
March.
Oh no, I'm thinking of maybe Dispatch.
Okay.
Dispatch is January.
Okay.
Right. Sorry.
Well,
I think I just gave something away. But anyway.
Did you?
Anyway, Phil, yes.
Yeah.
South of Midnight.
So more people can play it this March is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Spring.
Definitely.
This spring?
Definitely worth playing.
I forget what they said. They said it in their acceptance speech of a game award.
Yes.
Game.
What was that game? What did they win that game award for?
I don't recall. No.
I remember being really excited that they won.
Games for Impact?
I think that was it.
That sounds right. Yeah.
I think that was it.
But yeah.
Well deserved.
Yeah. That was one of the, it was also one of the rare games that I all three of us like played all the way. Did we all finish that game?
I don't know if CJ finished it. No. I did.
Oh, so CJ is the one who didn't.
Well, he's the one who never played the Game Club games either. So
what?
Someone pointed out in the Discord this week.
It's a really good point.
Right.
But 2/3 of the Player One podcast finished that game, and that's good for us.
2 thumbs up. That's good for us. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's as good as it gets most times.
Absolutely.
Right on. CJ, how about you? What was your number 5?
My number 5 game is a little seafaring tale called...
Oh, God. Sea of Thieves can't win every year, CJ.
Why not?
Because it's not a 2025 game.
What?
It didn't come out this year.
It's Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
Oh, that's a different game.
It's a different game. And when we get right down to it, it mixed some of my absolute favorite things. Pirate ships.
Yeah.
Being a pirate. Being a swashbuckling pirate. And also being a badass Japanese Yakuza. So, the two of those things in one video game, it's like, it's dynamite. It's
those are your 2 life goals
combo. Yes.
Two things that you can never be. Try as you might.
Part of my back tattoo is already done. I'll show it to you.
Which part?
Just the outlines.
Oh, okay.
You gotta like fill it in and everything. You gotta go through some like rites of passage and whatnot to color it in. But
yes.
Yeah, it's a dolphin. On my back. Anyway,
it's an Echo back tattoo.
It's an Echo back tattoo. Keeping it in the Sega family.
CJ just handed the tattoo artist a copy of Echo Jr. and said, "This, please."
Echo Jr. I love it.
Google it. Like, this is Echo for the Pico.
Oh.
That's a deep cut.
So, yeah, I just really enjoyed Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. It combined the batshit crazy Yakuza gameplay that I love with pirate ship battles, which I also love. And, they're more arcade style than anything in Sea of Thieves. And, of course, very over the top, what with lasers and fire cannons and lasers and all kinds of stuff. But I really enjoyed that part of the game and enjoyed all of the ship battles in Madlantis. And it's just a weird game. And how can I forget Masaru's love connection side quest where, and this was one of the weirdest things, one of the strangest things I've ever experienced in a Yakuza game, although I've only played like 3 or 4 of them at this point. It was like a live action bit with the actor who plays Masaru in the game. He voices him in the Japanese version. It's basically like a live action dating thing.
Where it was like a dating show, like a reality show.
Like a dating reality show where he meets with 5 different women, I think. And
it lasted for like 20, 30 minutes.
It's like an hour long.
That's great.
Is it really long. Is it that? I mean, it's definitely long.
It is not short.
No.
There's a lot of, they could have cut a lot.
Oh no, they could not have cut a second of that.
Well,
it was all there.
In another way,
it was all wonderful.
Right. You're right. It was all wonderful.
Yeah.
Although at times a bit creepy.
What?
It's a bit, just a tad bit.
No. No.
Well, I
think
know.
the word you're looking for is charming.
I think the words I'm looking for are sex pest.
What do you?
Wow!
Wow!
It's very 2025.
Man, oh man!
It's a little too much drooling and leering. A little too much of that. But I mean,
I don't know.
I guess it works in the context of the Yakuza series. But I guess the because it's live action, it hit me a little bit differently. But it is kind of funny, and I enjoyed that part. Very memorable part of that game.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. But that's my number 5.
Very nice. My number 5 is South of Midnight.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Yeah, I really didn't think anyone else would have that on there. You guys have surprised me twice now.
No, I love that game.
Yeah, same with me. I mean, for all pretty much the same reasons that you call out, Phil. I have a bunch of these notes here, and you pretty much went through them all. I mean, if you break it down into just its gameplay, it definitely had sort of that single A feel to it. It's very linear.
Yeah.
The combat's good. I enjoyed it. It's a little repetitive. That's fine. But the story really grabbed me. I love the setting. The setting is so unique for video games, sort of that Southern Gothic setup with all these sort of mythical creatures based on South American legends. I thought that they were presented really well. I did not know where the story was going to go next. And I have to say, I mean, I knew that it was going to be like an emotional journey for Hazel, who's the main character, but I didn't expect it to go where it did.
Yeah.
And it was written so beautifully, handled so well. And yeah, the music absolutely stands out. In 2025, man, the soundtracks in the games we were playing in 2025 were just bringing it to a whole new level. Like you said, sort of the lyrical treatment in this game, how they used music. And I mean, they ended up singing the story half the time.
Oh yeah.
In this game. And, but even other than that, there were a lot of vocals and even the sound effects. And sort of a real ethereal sound, and it just worked. It really worked. They realized that world so beautifully, and they really delivered. So that's why it made my top 5. Fantastic. So with that, we're going to move on
real quick. Spring of 2026 is what they're saying for the Switch 2 and PS5 versions of that game. But seriously, folks, if you did not play this game when it came out this past year, just because you don't have an Xbox or whatever,
it came out on
check it out when it hit.
Well, didn't it come out on Steam?
I believe it did, right? But not a lot of people have computers these days.
Yeah,
everything's computers on your touch screen iPhones and such. Who's playing computer games these days?
Everybody.
It's all that artificial intelligence. It's all those non-fungibles that people are into these days. So
yes,
but don't miss out on this game.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
And with that, let's move on.
Oh,
come on, that was your
let me go get the devil.
Yeah.
I'm back. What did I miss?
You're supposed to do your thing.
We're moving on to the next number.
Moving on.
Right. Okay, let me get my notes here. Here we go. Number 4.
Numero 4.
That's a really good line read.
Yeah, that was good. Both of you did fantastic. Yeah,
thank you.
Great. Thank you. Phil, what was your number 4?
My number 4 game this year is Dispatch.
Interesting.
The hot new.
Very interesting.
Why is that interesting?
Keep going.
Because I famously hate that game. Doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's Dispatch. The new adventure game, the Telltale
but not Telltale.
Yeah,
episodic adventure game.
Kind of Telltale, but not kind of invincibly, but not superhero dating sim business management office simulation. We were talking about this game very, very recently. It's a relatively new release.
Yeah.
It came out during the back quarter of the year, and loved the characters, loved the storyline, loved the branching paths that you could take. Decisions that you made in the game actually had some tangible effects on the story, which
I think in a more intricate way than we were used to seing in Telltale games too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Which I think was the real success there.
Yeah. And just a lot of great characters, a lot of funny dialogue, and
great acting.
It looked great. Yeah. No, it's a top-notch game.
It really is.
So, yeah. I have a feeling we'll be hearing more about this later.
I have a feeling
very soon, I think, but
later in the episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dispatch is fantastic. It's my number 4.
Good stuff. How about you, CJ?
My number 4 is Silent Hill F.
Interesting.
Yeah. F
stands for 4.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. Is it?
I'm pretty sure it does. I mean, in the original Japanese version, they may have changed.
Right.
The US release, I'm not sure. But
so the Silent Hill series isn't one that I have traditionally been into. I enjoy survival horror games. I just don't know why I didn't play Silent Hill. It passed me by. But the setting for Silent Hill F being in like 1960s era Japan, like rural Japan, really looked appealing to me. And so I picked this up and played it with my daughter. We played together. She watched me play it and provided guidance and hints and no, you're doing that wrong, Dad. Kind of.
It's always
things.
the best part when your kids tell you how bad you are at things.
Yeah. And
one of the most gratifying parts of being a parent.
Absolutely. So I had a lot of fun playing Silent Hill F and wandering around the creepy town and dealing with the red sort of plant-like spore spraying plague that has hit Hinako's home village, and then also finding out like more about her friends and their relationships and her relationships with her family members. She has an older sister and an abusive dad and an overbearing mother, and I mean, it all kind of comes to a head. And you enter this sort of alternate world where there's a guy with a fox mask and kind of guiding you through, and there's some horrific stuff that happens in there that changes Hinako and changes the combat of the video game as well. Like some things.
Really?
They kind of graft new arms on her, or a new arm on her in the game, and
just like the Winter Soldier.
It's
is this a Winter Soldier game in disguise?
Some of that stuff is pretty gross too. Like
really?
I think when we talked about this game, I talked about the scene in Dead Space either 1 or 2 where you have the needle going into the eye.
Yeah.
There are bits of this where it's just like, you just kind of like curl up, like, oh, that's painful. Like that you see the pain on screen. It's pretty bad. But overall, gameplay wise, absolutely fantastic game. Very creepy vibes throughout. And I hadn't played a Silent Hill game. Well, I played the Silent Hill 2 remake a little bit, but one of the things I love about this game anyway, and it turns out it's been a thing in a lot of Silent Hill games, is the map that you're given. Like it makes notations on the map as you discover things or like go to certain areas, and even just like being able to look at that stuff, and it made it such a more useful map than I find in a lot of video games. Like you look at the map in like Metroid Prime 4, I don't know where anything is. Like, why don't they do a map like Silent Hill F where there's notations on all the shit that you went to, or the blocked off paths and things like. So, really a very good game, and has some great music too. Really great sound design. I played it with the English dub actually, which was more for the benefit of my daughter. So we didn't have to read subtitles, but had a great time with it. Some really creepy parts. There's like a scarecrow part in these fields where you have to like guess based on like a riddle which scarecrow has the correct thing you need. And there's like an elementary school or like a middle school section that is also super creepy, and just the fact that it like does that thing where you turn the camera away and turn it back and something has changed is I love that shit.
I saw a video of the scarecrows. I think it was scarecrows. It was in a big field, and it just weren't there just more and more scarecrows?
Yes,
like it was kind of a situation like that, right? Yeah. All I could think of when I saw that part was actually that Doctor Who episode, the
Weeping Angels.
Weeping Angels. Yeah. For some reason, that's all I could think of.
Very, very akin to that. Yeah.
I believe the
Doctor
F
Who episode I've ever seen, but
in Silent Hill F stands for far too many scarecrows.
It should.
Yeah.
It should.
But the fact that it has like 5 different endings, none of which I've seen yet, but also like you can replay the game and it starts adding more things to the story for you to find in those New Game Plus runs. Like I just think that's super interesting. Yeah. Great game. Anyway, that's my number 4.
I really like this game.
I do. It's my number 4.
Would you say it's your game of the year?
Numero 4.
It's a game of the year.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That's pretty good.
Well, once again, Phil has stolen my thunder because my number 4 for 2025 is Dispatch.
Look at us. Oh, perfectly aligned, Greg. You
perfectly aligned.
Buddies to the end.
Buddies to the end. I will say, the top 5, picking a top 5 this year was really tough.
Yeah.
Really tough. And even when I whittled it down to 5, South of Midnight I felt belonged in the 5th spot. But I'll say that, like, if I was to go back and reassess the other 4 games in my top 5, they could easily switch order, no problem.
Yeah.
That's how much I like Dispatch. Dispatch was, again, it was expected. I remember seeing that the trailer. I forget where we saw the earlier trailer this year, but anyway, seeing it and being like, yep, that's something I definitely want to play. And then realizing that it was an episodic game in the vein of Telltale. I was in 100%. I'm a big fan of, I haven't watched Invincible. I'm a big fan of The Boys.
Mm-hmm.
And this game obviously doesn't have the ultra violence that The Boys has, but it's got a similar vibe in that it's like, you're mixing these fantastical characters with these amazing powers in this really weird way where it's like run-of-the-mill office culture.
Right.
And I dig it. Like, I'm totally there for it. And I thought the main character's story was wonderful. He was brilliantly played. Every character was brilliantly played, really well written. Kind of what you said too earlier, what we talked about earlier there was that, you always have those little notifications like so-and-so will remember that and that sort of thing.
Right.
But I did feel like there were more subtle story branches here than we were used to in Telltale games back in the day. And I felt like, I also felt like I liked the way that the QuickTime event stuff, first of all, I enjoyed it anyway. But I liked the way that it had a direct impact on a fair amount of scenes too, how you performed. And Phil, I believe you had it turned off, right?
I appreciated how the QuickTime events could be completely disabled.
Off. And you know what? Yeah. Also a great move, because I actually do want to go back and play again, not only to see the different story branches, but I want to watch those QuickTime scenes without having to deal with the QuickTime event.
Yeah, that's
because
I enjoyed it.
Wonderfully animated.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the timing and everything in this. It could easily be an animated show, and it would be considered a great animated show. So yeah, I mean, it's just but for me, the biggest thing, obviously, is the great writing. I mean, the story is so well written. I love that the morality of a lot of the choices in the game was pretty gray. It wasn't like there wasn't necessarily always an absolute right and absolute wrong. I thought the way that almost every character, there were some characters that were really pretty flat, especially the 2 that might end up being your enemy by the end of the game. But otherwise, I thought that the character progression was fantastic as well. I mean, I knew I would like it. I felt like I would like it, but I did not expect to like it as much as I ended up. It was just really engaging from start to finish, and I found myself waiting for the next episode. Yeah. So yeah, really, really great. Cool. So let's get into the top 3 then.
Number 3.
Numero 3.
Very nice. Philip.
Remember when Mike would say it all sexy like?
I know, and I keep waiting for CJ to do that, but
Numero 3.
Still not sexy. Still
not
creepy.
sexy.
No.
Who's telling you that's sexy? Who's telling you that's sexy?
What?
Don't get CJ started on that.
Oh boy.
We don't want to know. It's better that we don't know.
Okay. Fair enough.
Phil.
Fair enough.
What was your number 3 for 2025?
Ball pits. Ball cross pit.
Yeah.
Ball X pit. Ball multiplied by pits.
It's ball pits. Number 3.
A lovely game that I have been playing kind of nonstop since it has been released. You have heard me go on and on about Ball Pit on this show. I replayed the final level again the other day, and it did indeed confirm my suspicions that something's going to happen if you play through that final stage with all the characters.
Okay.
The little kind of truncated ending that you get when you finish the final level for the first time, once you finish it the second time, there's a little something extra thrown in there. So I'm like, yeah, something's going to happen. I'm going to have to play through this game multiple times, play through that stage. So I have been going through some of the older stages that I have not finished with every character and trying to polish those off, going through every other previous stage with all the cast, which is made a little easier because there is, as I mentioned, a character that will just play the game for you. So,
nice. Yeah.
While I'm sitting there watching a show or something, I can just have my switch out and have the game play itself with a couple characters for a bit. Why not play through some of those, grind some of those easier stages for me just to knock those out. But oh my gosh, yeah, just your boy loves an Arkanoid type game. It's got some good roguelite elements to it that I enjoy a good roguelite.
Yep.
When they're good, and this is a good one. And yeah, it's got all the thrills of your Vampire Survivors, but you actually get to do stuff, so it doesn't put me to sleep like that one does. But it's it's a fun game. It has earned its many replays in the Theobald household. So
excellent.
I'm digging me some Ball Pit.
Right
Heck
on.
Yeah.
CJ, how about you? What's your number 3?
Well, my number 3 is Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Oh, banana.
Oh, banana. Yes. First of all, when hearing that Nintendo's Mario team was going to be doing a 3D Donkey Kong game, I had pretty high hopes.
Why wouldn't you?
But I wanted them to maybe take it in a direction that was not the Donkey Kong Country sort of rare style of Donkey Kong. And when Nintendo showed off Donkey Kong Bonanza, I was very thrilled that this looked more like old school Donkey Kong, like goofy Donkey Kong with the art style that was, more like Nintendo's arcade art and just looked fun, bright colors everywhere. And when they announced that Pauline was going to be in the game as well, because if you remember the Switch 2 reveal, they just showed Odd Rock, which is the form Pauline takes in the game at the start, but then you quickly reveal her as young Pauline and continue through your adventures. And I really appreciated that, bit of Nintendo going back and maybe rewriting some of Donkey Kong Country's lore. Of course, later on in the game, it goes directly to Donkey Kong Country's lore a little more directly. And while that was a cool little thing, I didn't enjoy the ending as much as I could have or should have, I suppose, just because I find some of the rare era Donkey Kong Country stuff to be so dated. Just I have no nostalgia for that at all. But luckily, the rest of the game, played very much like a Mario 3D team platformer. I love the fact that you can destruct entire stages and go anywhere. And also the fact that there's so often something to find if you dig down or like bust through walls and things. The way that they randomize the availability of power-ups and fossils and things like I thought was really good. And again, great map system in Donkey Kong Bonanza. One of the best like 3D maps in it that I've ever seen, really. Just really enjoyed it all the way through. And there's always something to discover, whether it's you're getting a banana or a fossil or something. Like every few minutes, there's something. Like when you get into a new level, there's something new, right? And I loved that about the game. So, Donkey Kong Bonanza, my number 3.
Good stuff.
There we go.
Finally, Phil and I have different choices for one of these categories.
Oh my gosh.
My number 3 was ball. Oh, wait, no, it's the same.
Oh my gosh.
Kidding. No, I'm just kidding. My number 3, again, it was hard to put any of these 4 in the positions they're in because I would have rather done a tie for first than all 4 of them. But my number 3 is Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, winner of Game of the Year at the Game Awards 2025.
Zoot Allure.
Exactly. So, I mean, I had high hopes for this game the first time we even saw a trailer for it. And it absolutely lived up to all my expectations and maybe probably exceeded all my expectations. By the end of it, I think the big thing was, and I said this early on while I was playing it, is that it feels like a Final Fantasy game might feel now if Sakaguchi was still directing Final Fantasy games. And actually, having said that for months, I was so happy that during the acceptance speech at the Game Awards, they actually gave Hironobu Sakaguchi props for inspiring them. But I'm a big Sakaguchi era Final Fantasy fan. And so knowing that they were sort of modeling themselves off of those games, that's why I think this resonated with me so much. I just loved everything about it. The characters were great. They were well formed. They were well acted. I liked their character arcs. The story went places I didn't expect it to, even by the halfway point. There's one scene in particular that if you've played it, you'll know exactly what scene I'm talking about at the halfway point that I was not prepared for. And it just sort of ramps up at that point and carries right through until you fight the Paintress, which is kind of the original big bad. But by the time you get there, things have changed a lot. But I think the thing for me was that I realized how much I was really sort of in love with this game, that after you defeat the Paintress, you can sort of start the end game sequence if you want, but the map is pretty big and there are a lot of areas that you don't really need to visit on your way to the Paintress originally. And I spent hours upon hours going around and finding optional bosses, exploring every area that I could before I finally went and fought the final boss. And I think that, not only because it had incredible visuals, I mean, the game is so beautiful. Going back to soundtracks, one of the best soundtracks, I think, in video games, to be honest. It's just gorgeous. It's really varied, and it just has this amazing feel to it. It fits the game so perfectly. Again, I was so glad to see that score win at the Game Awards this year. But I think for me, the biggest thing, too, was the battle system. I really enjoy the battle system in this game. Again, it feels like a bit of a throwback to an old turn-based Final Fantasy style battle system, but they added real-time dodging and real-time parrying, and the parries are actually what you really need to get good at. And when you get good at them, like, wow, it feels great. It just feels great. If you can't get good at them, it can get frustrating for sure, because there are some battles, especially later on, especially some of the big bosses, where you've got to be good at it. But if you're having trouble, you can also fiddle with the settings and maybe loosen up the window a little bit, and you can get around it. And I think one of the other things that they did really well in this game is the Picto system, which is basically these are these little items you can get and you equip them on a character. And I think after they're in 5 battles with this thing equipped, it becomes a skill that anybody can learn. And then you have like sort of this pool of points that each character has that they can equip these different abilities. And you can stack them in ways that you can just become like a superhero. You're so strong that, you'll end up be doing like 1 million damage in some hits, which I had been warned before I went to the end of the game because I was putting so many extra hours in on our Discord. It's like, if you keep going the way you're going, the final boss is actually going to be a cakewalk. It's not going to, the final fight probably won't play out the way it should. But you know what? I kind of love that because I was so happy that my characters were so powerful based on me earning all these abilities that I just felt great every time I did ridiculous amounts of damage in a battle. But having said all that, so you can set up loadouts so that each character has very similar abilities, but because of the way they did the characters, where every one of them actually has a very different fighting style. Like Gustav is sort of just the standard hack and slash sword fighter, but then like Monoko is all about summoning different monsters as you collect their feet, which is a little bit weird. You collect their feet. Lune is more magic based. Mael is actually a sword fighter as well, but with a lot more magic. They all play so differently that even if you give them all the exact same loadout, they feel unique. And that was a thing that actually Final Fantasy kind of fell victim to, even all the way back to like Final Fantasy VI, where with the Esper system, you could make all the characters feel pretty much like the same character. And so they sidestepped that problem really well in this game. So, I mean, again, I just wanted to spend as much time in that world as I could. I spent dozens of hours. I think I was 80 hours. I ended up playing this game, which I like to say is not like me, but it's feeling more and more like me ever since Tears of the Kingdom. So, and again, this year, I put a lot of hours into some of these games. But yeah, Expedition 33, again, could have easily been my game of the year, but upon reflection, at least today, it ended up in 3rd place. Tomorrow it might be 2nd, might be 4th, might be 1st. Who knows?
Well, we'll record again tomorrow and see what happens.
Let's do it again tomorrow. Yeah,
of course.
Absolutely. So, hey, let's get into the top 2.
Number 2, a big old stinky number 2 dropping right on your chest, you creeps.
Numero 2.
CJ's voice sounds like the kind of person that would do that.
What? Wow.
I mean, the voice you're putting on for the announcer. All right. Bill, what was your number 2 game of 2025?
Oh, banana.
Ah, there it is.
It's the Monkey Man.
I figured it was going to show up.
Monkey Man Bonanza-rama. Donkey Kong Bonanza is my number 2 game of the year. I mean, CJ kind of went over a bunch of the stuff I liked about it. I was definitely excited. The Mario team bringing DK back, doing something a little new with it. It admittedly took me a couple minutes to kind of get the hang of the whole digging up everything mechanic that defines that game. But once I kind of, once it clicked, I loved it. I loved just being able to tear through levels and just dig through everything, constantly finding little treasures and things like that, and having them mean something and not just rare style collectibles for the sake of collectibles, but being able to upgrade my character and stuff like that. Just a ton of fun going through the levels, and and just had a lot of fun.
You also picked up the DLC.
I did pick up the DLC, which I played a bit of and thought it was neat.
Yeah, it is neat.
I didn't get too invested in it though, just because I mean, honestly, this year was so jam packed with stuff. I had kind of moved on, and it's
kind of had to.
It's a little hard to go back once you get caught up in the flowing river of new releases that were constantly showing up this year. So, but yeah, I had a great time playing through the Donkey Kong. So, is my number 2.
Fantastic,
great game.
CJ, how about you?
My number 2 is Dispatch.
I figured it was going to be showing up here eventually.
Yeah, Dispatch. And for a little while, it was going to be my number 1. Like,
really?
It really, like, only over the last couple of weeks, like, looking over what I played this year, did I switch things around a little bit. But yeah, Dispatch, all the things that have been said about it before. I loved the writing as well. I thought the censorship thing, like the censorship options were fun, because I had my daughter played this as well. So I played through the first chapter and thought, oh, my daughter would totally love this. She can play it with the censorship on. This is gonna be great.
This is great. This is great.
So yeah, my number 2 game of the year, Dispatch. Oh, great, CJ. What'd you love about it? Oh, all the pixelated dicks.
Well, they're not pixelated if you leave that setting off, but otherwise there's a black bar. It's a black bar. It's not pixelated.
That's awesome.
It's a black bar.
I just appreciate that's like the
So
the feature you.
For anyone who hasn't played it, there's one of the very first villains in the opening scene that you fight is a character who, when he uses his powers, his clothes burn off.
Yes,
and he's hanging out there. He's just showing it off.
Yeah,
he's going full Dr. Manhattan.
Yep.
So I turned that setting on when my daughter came over to play, and she thought it was funnier with the black. It was legitimately funnier with the black box over it, because it has to like it follows and even like zooms and like gets bigger or smaller depending on how far away.
How excited he is at the moment.
Yeah, it's really really funny. And of course, there's a lot of other like sex talk.
Can I ask too? Can I ask how awkward was it to play the beginning of that second episode?
Awkward.
Yeah, even with the censorship on, I'm sure.
Yeah, awkward.
Yeah. CJ turning R-rated games into family games
I didn't
for the last 20 years.
I had just played through the first episode and was like, oh man, my daughter would totally love this. Let's play through this together. I didn't realize there was going to be.
No, neither did I. That scene caught me.
That scene.
So the second episode starts with basically a dream sequence that's just a hardcore sex scene.
Yeah.
And I was not expecting that at all either.
I don't know how much hardcore sex.
Hardcore for a video game.
For a video game, yeah. Sure. You can find other things on the internet.
Yeah. You guys got
really, CJ?
Pretty loose definitions of hardcore. I'm just saying. My goodness.
Yeah. But yeah, so I love the voice acting in it as well. I love the music choices and the scene. There's a scene in the game.
The music.
That's the party scene in episode.
You have
5 or 6.
Great scene.
You have CJ. Such affection for this scene.
I do have such affection.
It's a great scene.
It is a great
one of the
scene.
best character building scenes in the game.
Go on about this scene in so many ways.
I know. I love it.
It's a great character building scene.
It's a great character building scene. Yeah. And just even I've watched YouTube videos of the scene several times.
Wow.
Maybe several dozen times. Because of course it changes depending on which characters you fired and then also which character you're romancing. So some aspects of it change, which is always fun as well. But even the song, which is Radio by Bershi, great song, and also just a great story there too behind that, where they approached her for this for the game, she agreed to it, like not knowing anything about it, how it was going to be used. And then she sees it in the game, and it's not like just a snippet of a song, like over action or whatever. Like it's the whole song over a party scene. And this artist, who's from Ohio, like suddenly goes from a few thousand plays on YouTube to like millions of plays.
I love that.
Millions of streams
that the kids love.
Yeah.
And she was thinking about like leaving music, like not doing music anymore. And this just like reinvigorated her to continue on. And I love that kind of thing.
Man, music.
A great story.
The soundtracks of these games this year, so good.
Yeah, I know. Yep. And a lot of good songs in the Dispatch soundtrack, just in general.
I'd kind of forgotten about that, to be honest, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah, like the ending song for each episode.
Credits. Yeah.
It's great. Yeah. And of course, Flambe's cover of
Yes. Oh my God. And that actually plays in the ending credits of that episode too, right? Yes, what song is he covering?
Oh, it's that I'm a bitch song, right?
That's it, right? It's bitch. Oh my God, with his own lyrics.
It's funny.
Fantastic. It's too funny. Yeah.
And it's funny. I watched like interviews with the cast and things too. It's funny. Laura Bailey, who plays Invisigal, she was going to be Blonde Blazer.
Yes.
And the other actress was going to be Invisigal, and they switched it. Like during production, which I thought was interesting.
Man, good call, because the voices fit the characters so perfectly.
They do fit the characters so well. And Blonde Blazer, I am a Blonde Blazer.
Same. Team Blonde Blazer all the way.
Like I'm Team Blonde Blazer. That was who I romanced the hell out of. I was like, I can't press this button any harder. Like,
wow,
Blonde Blazer.
My goodness.
Yeah.
One thing that sorry.
Go ahead.
One thing that we never really followed up on, because I talked about this on the show back when we were all playing this, and I think, Phil, I had asked you particularly, did you ever go back and look at the art book and all the special edition stuff? Because I believe you bought it, right?
I did. I haven't gone back and looked at the
I need to. I bought
comics.
it also.
I haven't gone and read the comics. I did flip through some of the art.
The comics are okay, but the art book stuff, I mean, there's a lot of making of detail in there that I think you both would find really interesting.
I should go back and check it out.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Dispatch, CJ's number 2.
Yep.
My number 2 is Shinobi Art of Vengeance. So totally, and I don't believe either of you played this one.
I played a little bit of it, and it's one of those ones that I need to get. I'm hoping that it's on my list next year for favorite game that wasn't released in 2026.
Yeah, I hope so too, if you do end up playing it, because again, I remember seeing the trailer for this, I think it was 2023 when they first showed this game off, and marking that down as like, yep, gonna play that. Now, of course, being an old school Sega fan, I was going to do that no matter what. But also it's by Lizard Cube, who have previously done Streets of Rage 4 and the Wonder Boy 3 remake, Dragon's Trap. And Dragon's Trap in particular, I think that was on my top 5 the year that came out as well. It was just, and I realized it was just a remake of an old Master System game, but they did a great job with it, and it looked beautiful, and it was animated so nicely. Shinobi Art of Vengeance fits that mold completely. I don't have the words to describe how pretty it is when it's in motion. It looks like cell animation. And it's just so beautiful. And I love that clearly, and I think the team actually called this out, that their inspiration was the first 3 games. I should say I think the first 3 games, I would say the 3 Genesis games, actually, because there are nods to Revenge of Shinobi. There are nods to Shinobi 3, a lot, actually. It's very similar to Shinobi 3 in a lot of ways. And there are even nods to Shadow Dancer. In particular, the dog Yamato is in the game, and you actually ride Yamato in one of the levels. But again, it could have, I think they could have just released a very straightforward scrolling action game that would have been like the Shinobis from the Genesis era, and it would have been great. But they went so much further than that. There's actually a bit of a Metroidvania thing happening here where you are going back and retreading old areas. There are spots that you can't get through until you unlock certain powers. A lot of the abilities you unlock are traversal abilities, as far as you being able to double jump and to dash in the air and roll and things like that. And they all come into play by the end of the game. And yeah, even if you don't go into the extra areas, there's a whole lot to love here. I love the bosses. It's a great soundtrack. But man, if you want to take on the extra challenges, there are a ton of them. And it controls, I would say it actually controls closer to the old Ninja Gaiden games, in that the control is so razor sharp. Like Ninja Gaiden on the NES is the game that I always point to as, like, if you want to talk about like really super precise control, those games had it. It just, everything was so quick. You always felt like you were in perfect control. And if you messed up, it was because of you and not because the game was laggy or, anything like that. And that's how Art of Vengeance feels. To the point that a lot of the late stage challenges, jumping challenges, would be totally at home in a game like Celeste or Super Meat Boy. And I feel like I say this sort of thing a lot, but it's true. I hate that crap. I bounced off Celeste and Meat Boy so fast, but I was enjoying Shinobi so much that I was happy. It reminded me actually of VVVVVV. I always felt the same way about that game, where I didn't mind dying over and over again because I felt like I was in control, and it was just that and I was so invested in the game at that point that I just wanted to keep doing it until I got it right. So, I mean, I ended up doing absolutely everything in Art of Vengeance. Loved every second of it. And I'm waiting for, because there's supposed to be a Sega Boss DLC coming out at some point.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I thought it was going to be out by now, but I don't think it has been released. If it has been, I missed it.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah. So
they said early 26 for that.
Did they? Oh, okay. But anyway, yeah, I mean, Lizard Cube did an amazing job. I love that Sega was fully involved in this. They actually had a producer that was working with them, and I think it shows. I think it's a wonderful sort of extension / reboot of the Shinobi universe. I mean, you're still playing as Joe Musashi here. Yeah, man, it's just love it. Didn't expect it to be as good as it was. So yeah, that was my number 2. And that means it's time for our top games of the year.
It is time for the number 1 video game release of all time. As voted by you, the listeners.
That was weird. That was all that was.
Okay.
Numero uno. Actually, I was more talking about Phil, but that's good.
Wait, what did I do?
This is.
I didn't do anything.
Number 1. Sorry, Satan.
Jeez.
Hey, Phil.
Get it straight, Stuart.
Phil.
Yes, sir.
What was your favorite game of 2025?
My favorite video game of 2025 is Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
CJ, do you just want to say that too, so we can just get the conversation?
His was number 5. That was his number 5 game.
Were you not
barely liked this one?
No, the way you described it at number 5, you just said Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. I didn't know they were the same game.
Same game. Same game.
Okay.
Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. A game I adored.
Did you adore it?
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I had an absolute blast, despite the pirate thing, which, I associate with CJ. So there's an automatic kind of negative connotation with that. No, I'm just joshing you.
Oh,
CJ, I'm just having fun. No, I had an absolute blast, going, as we've talked about before, our sudden infatuation with the Yakuza series, which for me personally,
That really came on fast with you two.
Really came on fast. It's my boy Ichiban
It's all Ichiban.
Was the special sauce that I needed to really appreciate what that series was putting out there. I am a big fan of the series leaning goofier, and certainly Ichiban, it helps to lean it in that sort of silly direction, and stuff like Pirate Yakuza just keeps that train going. I had so much fun with this game. I loved the cast of characters. I loved Masaru's love journey. And I was shocked at how much I enjoyed having the little kid sidekick, who I thought was a great foil for Majima's, brand of insanity, to have that kind of younger, innocent kid grounding him. Absolutely loved revisiting Hawaii in that game from Infinite Wealth. Just everything about it.
How about the musical number as well?
Oh, I mean, musical numbers.
Numbers, that's right. There's multiple. Yeah.
There certainly are. And I mean, that moment towards the beginning of the game when it kind of gets into that first musical number as you set off to sea, that was the moment where I was like, oh no, I am gonna like this one a lot, aren't I? And it really did stick with me the whole game. So yeah, absolute favorite game of the year. Here's a little spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to read more about my thoughts on this game, I may have written a little something that may be appearing at some point in the semi-near future on a internet website.
Yeah.
I won't spoil what site it is, but I hear that this site's the bomb. You know what I mean?
I hear that
I see one of the Player One podcast hosts is already up there.
Yeah, my list is up there.
It's just a big enhance
go
ad.
up?
Christmas Day or Christmas Eve or something. Yeah.
The thumbnail is just a big enhance ad.
Pretty much. Well,
we wrote.
I haven't talked about my number one game yet.
Giant Bomb had us write stuff as we've done for the past couple of years.
Well, I didn't last year because I forgot to do it. But
did you really?
Yeah.
How embarrassing for us! My goodness,
I'm a busy man, Phil.
I guess so.
That was a lot of fun, and I'm thankful that they asked us to do.
Yeah,
it's fun. Yeah,
but yes, please look forward to that.
Cool.
Anyway,
yes, mine as well. Cool. Great job. CJ.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My number one game is Luminous Arise. No, actually it's not. But
I would love it if you just played right through that bit completely.
I forgot to say at the beginning of the show, like normally like games we are involved with or from our place of business, like we don't count those in our top games because of course they're number one. And
right. Yes.
That is no different.
I think we can all agree with that.
Luminous Arise, a game that I really, really love and hope that everybody plays and checks out. But it is not my canonical number one because I don't put advertising as my number one. I'm too much of a journalist. I'm too.
No, it's highly ethical.
Highly.
Yes,
ethical.
It's all about ethics and game journalism.
I mean, that's the same for you too, right, Phil?
What are you talking about?
We don't vote for games that we may have tangentially had any hand in promoting or...
I had no hand in Luminous.
Yes. Okay, my number one game.
Yeah.
Is Wander Stop. You remember Wander Stop?
I remember you talking about Wander Stop
back in March.
Which one's this?
This one is a cozy tea making simulation game from the creator of the Stanley Parable, which so yeah, the director of the Stanley Parable made this, and the soundtrack is by C140. Is it? Oh, yeah, I'm forgetting which one it is. C418, who did the music for Minecraft.
Oh yeah.
Did the music for Wanderstop, and the soundtrack, again, we're talking about great soundtracks in 2025. Like the Wanderstop soundtrack is available on streaming. It's something like 80 tracks. There's a lot of music in that. And then they have a second soundtrack that is just the music that's from the radio in the game, which is completely different as well. So that's great. But anyway, yeah, cozy tea making simulation. But the idea of the game is you play this warrior, this female warrior named Alta, and she's just a badass. She is like top of her game, winning all of these arena battles. Her sword is legendary. And then she starts to lose. She loses a battle. She's like, what the hell? And she loses again. She loses a second time. And it's like, what has happened? Like, why is I've lost my mojo? This can't happen to me. This is my life. A cup of tea. And so she goes on a journey to find a legendary sword maker that will hopefully like fix things and like change her sword, make her able to be number one again. But she becomes unable to lift her sword and unable to run, and just kind of like falls down in the forest all on this journey. And when she wakes up in this sort of clearing with this character named Boro, who is the manager of this tea shop called Wanderstop. And you tell him your plight, like you're this warrior, like you have to find this sword forger because you have to get back on the top of your game. And Boro is just like, no, like, why don't you stay and just relax and make some tea and like stop what you're obsessed with right now. And this game came at a really difficult time for me personally, where I was dealing with a big life change, having gotten a divorce, a separation and divorce. And the idea of dealing with a change in your life and slowing down and being mindful of your own self-care and caring for others at the same time. And that really like hit me in a strong way.
I had a bunch of jokes lined up and you're really killing me. You're really killing my shtick here. But please continue.
Don't mind if I do. But and the gameplay itself, like, making tea all the while you're doing this, you're like, I'm gonna make some tea, and then I'm gonna get out of there and like fix my sword up and be the number one battler, number one warrior again. And then all of these other characters like come to this tea shop and you make tea for them, and they have their own stories and they're bringing their own pain and challenges and personalities with them. And it just hit. I mean, sometimes you get a game that just like hits you and stays with you like that. And this is a game that I talked to my therapist about a lot. And a game is good when you talk to your therapist about how it has like made you think about things in your own life. And plus the writing in this is just absolutely stellar. Like they have a bunch of these like works of fiction in the game. It's like a spy novel series that gets delivered to you for some reason. But they're so well written and funny. It's like, I don't think I've like read anything. Like honestly, I don't read lore in video games. Like anything that's over like one screen long, I won't read. Like there's just no point for me to continue reading it. But in this game, I read all of these books. They were all hilarious and funny and poignant, and it was just great. And I don't think a lot of people know about this game, Wanderstop. It only came out on PS5 and PC. It hasn't come out on Switch yet. I keep hoping that it will come out on Switch and that more people will discover this game. But the graphics on it are great. Like the gameplay is pretty great. Like making tea is fun. At a certain point, like you kind of have to like slow everything down because there's a process to making tea. It's a 5-step process. And you have to like be very mindful about that process, right? And so it just, the whole game hit me in a very deep way. And I love this game. I wish more people would play it. I keep recommending it to people. Hopefully they'll make it a Switch version. It was nominated for one Game Award. It was a debut indie for this studio.
Unfortunately, it was the same year that Expedition 33 came out.
Unfortunately, the same year. Expedition 33 swept everything. But it's so good. It's so good. And I really fear that the game I don't think it's sold very well, which is so unfortunate because we got a great game here. And I fear that that's like a lot of the story of 2025, where a lot of great games didn't sell well just because there were so many great games. Like we're spoiled for choice in that. And this one, came out in the spring and only on 2 platforms, and it got ignored. So it came out right around the time that Expedition 33 was like big things.
Taking up all the oxygen.
Yeah.
I love everything you just said about that game. That's fantastic.
It's great. And I played it on Steam Deck. Absolutely loved it. More people go play Wanderstop because I think it's on sale during the holiday sales, but it's just wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah.
Would you say it's wonderful?
I would say that it's wonderful. Yeah.
You did just say it.
Yeah.
He did.
And there's a post game to it too that I keep thinking maybe I should go back and make some more tea. Like I keep pondering going back.
40% off on Steam.
I was just going to say it's 40% off on Steam right now.
$15.
Yeah.
It's so worth it. So worth it.
I might have to bust out the Steam Deck.
Just a good video game. Anyway.
All right.
That's my number 1.
That was great. I love it.
The dude kind of looks like Gru from the Minions.
Boro?
If he was a little huskier, he's got kind of like that. That body into dome head that Gru has. Is this game kind of like the Minions?
No.
Oh. But it's still good?
It's still very, very good, yes.
Okay. Don't know how good a game can be if it's not like the Minions, but I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
Is your number 1 game like the Minions, Greg?
Yes, actually. It's exactly like the Minions.
The new Rabbids game?
God. So I don't necessarily like to put games on my top 5 of the year that I haven't finished. Just because if I'm currently playing it, I sort of, if it's something I'm really enjoying, then I'm kind of, in the moment, kind of like what you were saying a minute ago, CJ, about how Dispatch was your number 1 game until you really sat back and reflected on the entire year.
Yeah.
And obviously ended up at Wanderstop for wonderful reasons. And I did do this once before with Alan Wake 2, and I stand by that. I loved Alan Wake 2. But my number 1 game for 2025 is Ghost of Yotei. CJ's most anticipated game, by the way.
From last year.
From last year. Yeah, so I was originally not going to play this right away because, of course, this is technically a sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, which I have not played. I still have my copy sitting over there in the cellophane. So I was thinking, well, I really need to play Ghost of Tsushima before I play this. But I had enough people tell me that this is, while it is technically a sequel, one really doesn't have much to do with the other. I think I've heard that there's something in Ghost of Yotei that references Tsushima, but that's about it. And nothing that I've noticed yet, but I don't know any better. So I started playing Ghost of Yotei anyway, and I'm so glad that I did. I don't play a ton of open world games anymore. So if there is an open world game that I'm really into, it has to be, I think, pretty special. I think the last one I was really into was Tears of the Kingdom. And I find myself doing the same thing in this that I was doing in Tears of the Kingdom, where I feel like I could probably go start the end game now, but instead I'm wandering around the different areas. The map is broken up into, I think, 6 different areas that are pretty sort of self-contained. And one of the things that I'm loving about this game in general is the sense of discovery, because as we've mentioned on previous episodes talking about this game, while there are a lot of icons that appear on your map, you discover them, or you get told about them, or you buy a map to get there. You don't just open your map and just see icon vomit all over the place, which makes me really happy, because that's one of the things that really turns me off of any open world game. I love that if I can get Atsu to a higher point of the map, which there are a lot of. This takes place in a very mountainous area called Ezo, which I think is Hokkaido, is modern day Hokkaido. So you end up in the mountains a lot. You end up on cliffs and things a lot. And if you take the time to stop and look around with your spyglass, first of all, the areas look beautiful anyway. But second of all, you can find areas of interest. And as long as you see it with your spyglass, she will add it to her map. And then you just want to get there. The world is so wonderfully realized. It's beautiful to look at. Each area feels very distinct. The area that I just finished was actually way up north, so very snowy. A lot of blizzards, things like that. And the other thing that I really am liking about it is that each area kind of has its own style of enemy that you're dealing with. And it makes them feel very unique. You are dealing with a group called the Yotei 6, which the game opens with them murdering Atsu's family and leaving her for dead. And so each of these areas is kind of controlled by, well, technically it seems to be like controlled by a different member, and they have very different responsibilities. And in the snow area is when you get into a situation where you deal with a lot of ambushes, and you sort of learn a technique that helps you avoid the ambush. But I kind of love it in that you could almost accuse the game of having like monster closets. But it doesn't, because if you come into an area where it looks like there might be an ambush, if you take the time to look around, you'll actually see the enemies hiding in different places waiting for you. Just kind of funny. But that's because you do learn an ability that helps you detect them a little bit easier. But yeah, as you unlock different weapons, there's a very particular way that you can fight anybody with any weapon and you'll be effective, but you'll be most effective if you're using the right sort of weapons against the people you're fighting, depending on what they're wielding. Man, there's just so much to talk about on this game. I will say too, I think I've heard some people say that they don't really like the story. I love the story in this game. It's way more emotional than I expected. It's really well portrayed. I love the progression of Atsu, because she starts the game. She calls herself an onryo, which is a ghost. And she acts that way at the beginning. She's very single-minded. She's not very emotional. She's out to kill these 6 people, and that's it. And then she's very open about the fact that then she can die, basically, is how she looks at it. And that's been slowly changing throughout the story, which I'm really loving. But there's still like this really, she portrays this really burning hatred for these people still, even though she's sort of softening up and becoming a little more human as the game goes on. And yeah, man, I just love everything about it. I'm so into this game, and I'm definitely in the cleanup phase right now. But even then, I'm enjoying just galloping around the world and discovering the places that I missed the first time through the area, and meeting new characters and interesting characters, and learning new techniques. And it's not overwhelming. I feel like it should be. I feel like there's a lot of different techniques to learn in this game, and I feel like for me it would normally be a little bit overwhelming, but it really isn't. I don't want the game to end, basically, but I'm really looking forward to how the story wraps up. So, yeah. Anyway, Ghost of Yotei, another game that I did not expect to like as much as I like.
It's a great game.
It is so good, and you both should. I know, CJ, you've been playing it a little bit, but you both should.
I need to get back to it. Yeah. I need to be in the mood for it.
And another game too. Like I was looking at, I think I've been in this world for like 60 hours now.
Oh, jeez.
And I just don't want to get out of it. So, yeah.
Sucker Punch makes great
games, man. And I do need to go back and play Ghost of Tsushima at some point in the near future. It is
so good.
Yeah. So,
and it's a very long game as well. And there's actually like 2 stories because there's DLC stuff if you play the director's cut, which I think is on PS Plus already. So
I think it is. So
yeah. And there's a multiplayer mode that we're getting in the beginning of 26.
Yes, Yotei Legends.
Yeah. Which the one for Tsushima that they did was great. So I'm expecting this to be awesome as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so doing a quick recap here, and then we're going to get into our final category. I just want to call this out, though. So going through these top 5s, Phil.
Yes.
His top 5. 5th, South of Midnight. 4th, Dispatch. 3rd, Ball Pit. 2nd, Donkey Kong Bonanza. And his favorite game of the year, Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
Absolutely.
CJ, 5th game, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. 4th, Silent Hill F. 3rd, Donkey Kong Bonanza. 2nd, Dispatch. And 1st, Wander Stop. And for me, top 5, South of Midnight, Dispatch, Clair Obscura Expedition 33, Shinobi Art of Vengeance, and Ghost of Yotei. And with that, we're going to get into the final category, which is our most anticipated game for 2026. And Phil, we're going to start off with you again.
Oh, boy. I've certainly had a handful of games that I'm looking forward to coming out next year. Kiwami 3. We got the another Ys memoir coming out. Scott Pilgrim, a new Scott Pilgrim game looks great. I toyed with the idea of putting Mina the Hollower on here for the 4th year in a row, but I didn't.
They haven't even said anything.
No, they
said it was going to be a short delay. And
they have not
said anything.
Yeah. But the game I landed on for my most anticipated game of 2025 is a game that I was announced earlier in the year, and I believe they said they were aiming for a 2025 release, and clearly it did not make it. So hopefully it hits next year. But it is a PC game, a remake of an old PC game called Reciteer, an Item Shop's Tale HD edition.
I remember this game.
This was, and I've talked about this game on the show before. I've talked about the new HD version that they're making. Certainly when it was first announced. This is an old PC game. You can play the original on Steam now. Reciteer, Recettear. And this is
it's on sale, but it says it doesn't play on Steam Deck. So
I'm sorry. You'll have to play it on your actual computer.
Nah.
Does it not play at all, or is it just?
Or is it just not? Yeah, like
no. I think it doesn't even have like I looked at it. It doesn't even have a rating. Like it doesn't say that it's playable.
Oh wow. Okay.
And if I remember correctly,
I mean, it's an older game certainly, but this is it's a dungeon like crawling.
It says unsupported.
Unsupported.
Oh wow. Okay.
There you go. Please look forward to the HD version when it comes out.
Some or all of this game currently does not function on Steam Deck, so I did not buy it for that reason.
Fair enough. I mean, save your money for the new version when it is eventually released, hopefully. Yeah, it's a dungeon crawling adventure game mixed with a shop simulator. You go into dungeons and battle through dungeons and collect items that you then take back to your shop, and you sell them in your shop, and it turns into kind of a shop simulation game where you're laying out your store and pricing things, and customers come in and you sell stuff, and you use that money to buy new, weapons and armor, to explore new dungeons, to get more and better things to sell. And it's such a fun little game, and it's super cute and charming, and it's got a fun gameplay loop to it. And I had a blast with the original back when it was released many, many years ago. And to have the opportunity to revisit the game, it's a game that I have wanted to revisit for quite some time. And now to hopefully be able to do it with nicer graphics and functioning on a Steam Deck, I guess.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Maybe.
I hope it makes it out, because I do really want to play it again. For the first time.
See it again for the first time.
Exactly.
All right. Cool.
Thank you.
CJ, how about you?
Yeah. My most anticipated of 2026. First of all, I went down a list of games coming out. They're scheduled to come out in 2026, and there's a lot.
Yeah,
sure are.
Like you were saying, Phil. I mean, the Lego Batman game, Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, Pokopia, Rhythm Heaven Groove, Tomodachi Life, a Halloween game, that Adventures of Elliot game that we got the demo for.
Oh, yeah.
It's really awesome.
Yeah.
Fable should be out. Scott Pilgrim, like you were talking about, Star Wars Galactic Racer. But at the top of that pile is Marvel's Wolverine. Yeah.
Oh.
Which is a 2026 release.
We hope.
But that's at the top. Because Insomniac Games, they do good work with the Marvel stuff. And
yep, they haven't gone wrong with the Spider-Man and Miles Morales games.
Yeah, I'm ready for another one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been since 2023. Spider-Man 2. So,
and that was such a great game too.
I mean, all three of them were.
All of them are great.
Yeah.
But.
Cool. Well, for me, for the most anticipated game, I kind of did the same thing. There were a couple that were at the top of my list already, but went through a long list of stuff that was supposed to come out this year, and definitely excited about Marvel Tokon. Definitely excited about Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. Tomb Raider is one of my favorite games ever, and it's already been remade once, although that was like 20 years ago. I think it was 20 years. It was a long time ago anyway. But I am absolutely down with playing another reimagining of one of my favorite games of all time. So I'm excited about that. But I also settled on Wolverine, Marvel's Wolverine. As my most anticipated, for all the reasons CJ just said. I mean, Insomniac has not steered us wrong with their Marvel Universe games, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, and Miles Morales. And I'm really excited to see what they do with Wolverine, because the writing was one of the big things I loved about the Spider-Man games, the characters. So I'm really interested to see how they're going to handle the characters in this game, but also the traversal in the Spider-Man games, which is obviously pretty unique to Spider-Man. So really curious to see how this sort of moment-to-moment gameplay is going to play out in Wolverine.
Very early on, Wolverine's going to find a grappling hook.
You just team up with Spider-Man and just rides piggyback the whole game.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no better way to travel, bub.
Yeah. Love it.
Let's go for a swing.
I mean, I'm not even a comic book guy. I'm not even a Marvel movie guy.
Yeah.
But these games by Insomniac have just been so good that can't ignore this one. Yeah.
For sure. So that's going to do it for our year-end extravaganza.
Wow.
We did it.
2 hours. Came in at about 2 hours. That's pretty good for this.
Good job, lads.
Yeah. Everybody's a winner. And that means that CJ is going to start the outro.
Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, you can direct that to @P1 Podcast on your blue skies, or you can go to our internet website at player1podcast.com. There you'll find our contact information, and you'll find show notes and links to all the things that we talked about in this episode, although probably not just not to spoil what our game of the year list is. Probably won't be a lot of links there in that one.
That makes sense.
You'll also find a link to our Discord server where you can discuss this episode with us on our other let me do that again.
That was so close.
You'll also find a link to our Discord server where you can discuss this episode with us and our other listeners.
Focus, CJ.
I am now.
If you'd like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com or by loading up your favorite podcast listening app. We're also on Spotify. You can like us on Facebook. You can watch video archives of our show on the youtubes.com/P1 Podcast, or you can watch us live most weeks. Typically, we record the show at 5:30 specific time, but not this week. We went live a little early this week.
We did,
which is why you would want to follow our social media account to find out when we're doing our next live show. Did I talk about the watching us on like old episodes? Did I talk about that?
I don't think so.
You can watch us live. Oh, I skipped on where you can watch us live. Boy, none of us are focusing this week. My goodness.
Yeah.
You can watch us on the YouTubes, the Twitch.televisions, all over the darn place, as you please, the Facebooks. You know how it goes. I'll tell you what, friendos. If you like what you've heard, and really, how could you? Especially after this mess. Head over to patreon.com/P1 Podcast. Throw a few shekels our way. Maybe we can buy a teleprompter. So we don't.
I have a teleprompter.
Do we?
I do.
You have a teleprompter?
I have a teleprompter app on my phone.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just making good use of it, but
yeah.
I'm pretty sure, you can do teleprompter stuff with the streaming service that we use.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we can use your Patreon funds to hire someone to explain how the teleprompters work to us.
There you go.
And then maybe one day we'll get that working. What we will use your Patreon funds for, of course, is to keep it streaming and all that stuff, which I guess that actually would count. Hiring someone to teach us how to stream. I mean, this is all above board.
20 years. I feel like we should know by now.
One would think.
But I'll tell you what, friendos, if you are a Patreon supporter of the $5 tier,
cheap,
you gain special access to a weekly bonus episode. We record it right after this, where we play games, crack wise, having fun, doing all the stuff that we cannot do on the regular show. CJ.
Yeah.
This is a weird episode this week. This is our, year game of the year ending extravaganza.
Yeah.
But even with all this celebration going on, do we have a game for this week?
Phil?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. We do have a game this week.
Oh,
it is an EGM review game.
Oh,
these are games that start with the letters G, O, T, or Y.
Okay.
Yeah.
A game
of the year.
Oh.
And it just so happens that their average score is between 8 and 8.9 for these games. So,
is that also true?
Really games of the year.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So not 10s or whatever. They're 8s. They're strong 8s.
Quick, Greg, name a game that starts with Y.
Yakuza.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Very good.
There's also East.
Okay.
And there's also Yaris.
Yaris.
Those are the 3 games that start with Y.
You're not wrong.
Yakuza, East, and Yaris.
I see.
All 3 of which are potential Game of the Year candidates.
Mm-hmm.
So please join us for that in the after show, folks. I'll tell you what, if you have a couple bucks left over, why don't you go to patreon.com/Greg Seward to help support Greg's outstanding, and it is outstanding, web series about North America's favorite runner-up, the Sega Genesis.
Thank you, Phil. And if you're a supporter of the $3 tier,
number 3.
Thank you, Satan. Hey, we didn't get your top 5.
Oh, they're all the devil games.
Okay.
All those devil games that came out.
I love deviled eggs.
So do I. I mean,
who doesn't?
Here's the thing, Greg. When you come down to hell, those are the only eggs we have here.
Right? I don't understand what the downside is.
Trust me, there is no downside. They are delicious. My secret is a little paprika on top. It adds a little bit of color, a little bit of
little zip,
a little flair. We like it down here in the hell. With a little flair.
You get early access to every video I produce, 2 weeks early access, and the money that you send my way goes towards making the channel better. Thank you so much for those who support me, and please, if you don't, consider it.
You should really consider it, though.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Is that it?
I think that's it.
Is that it? CJ?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Phil.
Absolutely. Gregory?
Yo.
Thank you as well.
Thank you, Philip.
Of course. And as always, a big old thank you to you. Yes, you are wonderful. Wonderful listeners. Thank you for this wonderful 2025 and all of your support and the kind thoughts that you are assuredly sending our way right now. As always, please take care of yourselves, your loved ones, your family, your friends. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself. And we hope, by gum, to see you next year.
Such a dad joke.
It's the end of the year, so the next week will be in January. And that's how time works.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Goodbye.